Hi, I'm Maurice Dees, the founder and chief trial counsel of the Southern Poverty Law Center. I'd like to take a few minutes of your time to tell you about one of the most important cases that we brought in a long time. It's a case against the Imperial Klans of America, one of the largest and most dangerous hate groups in the nation. Our client is Jordan Gruver, a teenager who was born in the heartland of America in Bismarck, North Dakota. He lives with his family near Louisville, Kentucky. His father, also a U.S. citizen, was born in Panama. His mother is a native of Kentucky. Jordan was attending the Meade County Fair in Brandenburg, Kentucky, with friends and family members on a warm night in July 2006. He loves the fair with its neon-lit midway and exciting rides. Unfortunately, several street-hardened skinheads were cruising the midway that night, recruiting members for the Imperial Klans of America. They spied Jordan and began to assault him because they thought, in their own words, that he was an illegal spick. One of the skinheads who kicked Jordan with steel-toed boots that night is 6'5" and weighs 330 pounds. Jordan is just 5'3" and weighs slightly under 150 pounds. He never had a chance. The Klansman cracked his ribs, broke his arm, and busted his jaw. The Klansmen who beat Jordan were members of the Imperial Klans of America, one of the nation's largest Klan groups with 16 chapters in 8 states. It's part of a fast-growing hate movement we're tracking that now numbers over 885 groups across the country, an increase of almost 50% since the year 2000. This dramatic increase has been fueled by the radical anti-immigration fervor that is sweeping our country, a fervor that is also causing substantial increases in anti-Latino hate crimes. Brian Edwards leads the Imperial Klans of America. He's a battle-hardened veteran of the hate movement. His sophisticated website makes it absolutely clear who he considers America's enemies to be in his fight to save the white race. To recruit violent skinheads, Edward runs a record company that promotes bands that play hardcore hate music. Edward's son, Stephens, managed one of these bands, the Totenkopf Saints. Their emblem is the skull head of the Nazi SS, and they worship Adolf Hitler.
88, white power, deep, ho, deep, ho, deep, ho.
The Imperial Klan's headquarters is located on a 15-acre wooded compound near Dawson Springs, Kentucky. This gated compound includes living quarters and a stage for speeches and music. The Imperial Klans hold an annual Nordic music festival that attracts hundreds of extremely violent men from across the nation.
We will not take prisoners. We will not compromise. There will be no treaties until you are wiped out of our country.
It's shocking to hear people talk this way, but the music is even worse. Several bands played at the Nordic Fest held just a few weeks before Jordan was assaulted. One song calls for violence against minorities, including Latinos. This picture disturbs me even more. It's the beginning of the effort to indoctrinate young people into the world of violent hate. It's why we feel so strongly that we have to put the Imperial Klans out of business. Since we filed our lawsuit against the IKA, we've received numerous threats. Look how Edward showed up at his pretrial deposition. Can you imagine the hatred in this man's heart for him to tattoo such an obscene thing about the Southern Poverty Law Center on his head? We have to take threats from hate groups seriously. Members of the Klan firebombed our office during one of our cases. Over 30 people have been jailed for plots to kill members of our staff or blow up our offices. This fall, we go to court in Brandenburg, Kentucky, to try our case against the Imperial Klans of America. Jordan was alone when he faced his attackers at the fair that night, but we'll be by his side when he faces them in court.